got there. I set that match up like about a month ago. And then as soon as we got there, we started looking around for somebody about, 30 years old, 28 years old, nothing. She wasn't there. And then she weighed in. She got weighed in. Apparently the girl weighed in. We leave, we come back, we start wrapping up, getting ready. We keep looking like, where's she? Is she not grabbing the gloves? She doesn't grab the gloves. We don't see her anywhere. We don't see nobody. She gets in the ring, and then they're calling for her, and there's nothing, no girl. But she weighed in. So she gets announced the winner, walk over. As soon as they announce the winner, she walks up. Unready, she's not ready. She's like, oh, they told me I was fighting tomorrow.
Oh,
well, why would you weigh in, and why would you give your book?
Right.
If you weren't fighting today.
It didn't add up. But she wasn't ready.
She's like, oh, okay, you guys fight tomorrow? We're like, no, we come from Coachella. Like, we're not gonna come back for you. So the fight was off. She won. We walk away. Then the coach comes back and says, no, we want to take the fight. I guess they looked at her and they said, yeah, she's small.
We can take her.
Let's take the fight. So I guess we were like, all right, let's do it. We'll wait. We'll get rewrapped and everything. She leaves. Takes about an hour to get back. She said she would be back in 10 minutes. So at that point, she's like, all right, this is not happening. Yeah. She's already wrapped up. We're ready to take the wraps off again. And USA Boxing was actually doing us the favor and was going to let that happen. And then she ends up showing up. We get her in the ring, and then a round and a half later.
Yeah. Round and a half later, it was it.
She got stopped. Yeah. It wasn't crazy emotions for her. Like, I'm in the ring, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, the adrenaline dumps were kind of wild.
On and off.
Because you go through the whole process, and then one minute she was like, no, I'm not going to fight, remember?
Yeah, she was like, I'm not fighting, I have my 3 kids here.
So, and then que sí, que no, and then...
It was terrible. And
but
then,
we got it in, so...
And then Marcos was like, I've done this all my life. Not once has this ever happened.
Well, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's an awkward position to be in. You prepare yourself
to go fight, and then
the walk off.
Nobody wants to win like that.
No, hell no.
Yeah. You actually want the experience.
Yeah, of
especially
course.
in the amateurs, you're trying to win.
So I've been training for about 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah. I think when I made the transition from fitness boxing to, more competitive, technical fighting, probably about 2 years ago, and then moved to Coachella last November. So we're about a year in.
Wow.
Yeah.
5 fights, 5-0.
Wow, 5 fights, 5-0. How many stoppages?
3, yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty good record, bro. That's a pretty good to start off.
I was supposed to start fighting last year, but COVID happened. And then so we made the move to Coachella, started training, and then May, Nicaragua happened. And then we've been so blessed, like fighting some fights. So we're staying active. And then, we have... fingers crossed November happens, because you never know.
Yeah,
maybe another fight, because she's 3-0 USA Boxing, 5-0 with international, but those international ones don't count because he's out there.
But a fight is a fight.
A fight's a fight. Hey, you got that under your belt.
Oh yeah.
Regardless.
Get her, the goal was get her to 5-0 to on USA Boxing, so she could go and maybe take part of the nationals in December.
So what's it like being a boxing couple? There's really not that many boxing couples.
Yeah.
What's that like? You guys get some sparring in?
We do. Yeah. He makes me work with her a lot.
Wow.
We're not too far off the difference either.
Even before coming here, when we met, I had already made the decision that I wanted to fight. Like I wanted to learn and compete. So when we met, we started off as a coach, and he was training me, helping with mitts. So we started off as teammates, and then it kind of one thing led to another, and we became a couple. But we work really well together, and we feed off of each other.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Seeing you guys in the boxing gym, the very little that I'm able to see you guys, dude, it's awesome. The way that you guys just both collaborate with each other, and that's something that's really unmatched. It's kind of hard to, be able to find that, let alone...
On the days I'm off, I'm like, man, on my sparring days where I'm off, or whatever, just on the regular training day I'm off, I see her grinding next to me, bam, bam, bam,
it helps. It's hard.
Let's go.
So when you have someone to hold you accountable and do it with you, go through it, there's nothing else like it,
Yeah.
So, but we do spar, which we've been very blessed, and I think we work well. We understand. I mean, obviously he's still a man, and you know, he might be 10 pounds, 15 pounds different, but I mean, I'm a woman and he's a man, so we work and we respect that. You know?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not about, you know,
there's that fine line,
There's
of
always,
course. You have to be respectful of that, and so, you know, we work together and we spar, and it's great. I mean, we make a great team in and out of the ring, honestly. But I think even this last year we've learned a lot as a couple, individually as fighters, but then also together as a team. Like when I'm in camp, right, for my fights, I mean, we kind of joke, but he takes that manager role. So he's doing his part in like helping me find my fights, contacting the coaches. You know, if during fight week he's cooking, he's doing that, and you know, and then the roles reverse when he's in camp. And so it's kind of nice to be able to live with someone that can commit and do that, because it's difficult.
And you have to
the lifestyle is very difficult.
Yeah, man, I bet. Yeah,
so
have to do it
we're
alone.
very blessed. Yeah.
To have each other.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And the good thing is that you know her struggles, and she definitely knows your struggles as well.
Oh yeah.
So that's amazing, bro. What's one thing that you guys love most of your trainer? This guy, I've known this guy for so many years. He's been a great person ever since I've met him. Awesome coach, bro. What is it like for you guys to be able to work with a man like this,
It's
Mr.
a
Marcos?
blessing. I mean, the story with me and him was 2017 he reached out, and I was over here in San Fernando Valley training out of this gym, 818 Boxing, which turned me pro. I was like 205 pounds, met up with them.
You said 205 pounds? Wait.
I fight at 122 now. But
So there's hope for me?
Yeah, oh yeah, all day.
There's hope for me?
Get a gallon of water and
My
drink
guy.
it for the first month.
My
straight,
guy.
every day.
Yeah.
It'll help. I got with that gym. They helped me in that journey. I got down to the weight. I debuted at 135 because obviously I was coming from 205.
Dude.
And I fought a couple times at 130, like catch weights at 132. But when I was about 2000, I went pro 2016. So the year later, I fought in TJ, and he was there, and he was with Villalobos, I believe.
Okay.
Right, and he was he looked at me. He saw that I was repping Nicaragua, and he was like, "Hey, whenever you want, you know, Nicaraguas always look up for each other, you know."
No,
So
definitely.
There's so little of us. There's so little of us. So he's like, "Hey, whenever you want, come spar my boys." And I knew his boys. I knew who I was talking to. Yeah, I'm down. Loyalty type of deal, you know. I stayed loyal to my coach and everything, and he reached out like 2017, 6 months later, and then another 7 months later, then another year later, and I kind of just left him on red a couple times. I would reply, say, I'll see you, I'll go. I never went. The pandemic hit, and I had a little rut. I was stuck, and I had met her right before the pandemic hit, and then I just hit it hard. I started hitting it harder and harder, just, you know, like reignited my commitment to it. Once I got there to that place where I needed to be, I reached out. I was like, hey, I see him go with Leo Baez to Vegas, and I just reached out, just simple reach out, like, hey man, good luck out there. He reached out, my doors are open, come spar. That was the first thing he said. I was like, I want to go. This time I want to go. I talked to her, she's like, let's make it happen. So we went, I talked to my coach out here, and he's like, he's Nicaraguense. You know, he could probably move you faster and get you to where you want to get to faster than I can. Yeah. You know, so you have my blessing.
Fair game.
Let's get it. So I went over there, blessed. First time I went in there against Chocolatito sparring.
Jeez.
I was like, whoa, this dude's an idol to me.
World class, bro. Pound for pound.
Now I'm in here with him.
But with Marcos, I mean, he open arms, kind-hearted. He's just persistent. He's one of the things that I admire in working with him and everything is you give him 100%, he's gonna give you 100. He's gonna give you that, yeah. And he makes it fun, and that's the thing. Like people forget. I mean, it's so hard, and
you have to love
it's grueling, but you have to have fun, and we laugh. He's the biggest jokester. If you know Marcos, you're laughing.
You're laughing.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Alright,
like 10 times.
I mean, that in itself just speaks so much about him because that's who he is. He loves what he does, so much passion. You know, he might get in your face and everything, but that's who he is.
He's honest.
He'll break you down, but it's all in the love to build you up.
Exactly, and that's
mentally.
And I think it's just such a blessing to be around that, people that want the best for you, and he really does. And it's just, I mean, it's fun. It's a family at this point. And
yeah, definitely.
And then the reason when we made the decision to come out here was
and move. Yeah.
When we decided to make the move was for Marcos.
Yeah.
Wow.
We moved here for Marcos.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
To
embraced
Coachella.
us
That's
and
saying a
welcomed
lot.
us. Yeah, and
I mean,
it felt right.
I come from LA, in the busiest area in LA, right? It's just saturated with people.
Dude.
She comes from like the San Fernando Valley. You know, to leave LA and to go into the quiet mode of Coachella.
I mean, I had
area.
never even been, I had
No?
never been to Coachella. I had explored once we started doing the camp.
We started like going here, going there. We're like, wow, it's really quiet out here, real calm, it slows life down.
But it felt right with him. He was just very fatherly, very just, I mean, obviously world-class training.
Definitely.
And, you know,
For
I
us to
mean,
have access to that,
it's like one
that's
of those
what
things
kind
that
of blew us away.
Yeah, we're like, we have to grab it and just give it our all. So that's where we are.
And that's where we made our move. We're like, all right,
But it
let's
goes.
do it.
It's a testament to him, like who he is, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we're only getting better. We're only learning. So,
Yeah.
sky's the limit in my
Oh,
eyes.
definitely. All right, well, we're ending here. We'll definitely get a better interview back home, a more
1000%.
touching bases on
Oh, yeah,
touching
yeah,
bases
yeah.
on everything from the beginning to the end to
backstories
to
and
right
everything.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So wow, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys.
Yes.
Again, your name.
BrookSibrian.
And Jose Zamora Soto.
Mega Soto.
Mega
AK,
Soto.
do you have a?
I
We
don't.
need to get you one.
I know.
He calls
It's
her
so-
little Mike Tyson because she's out here just bang, bang,
Well,
bang,
yeah,
beating everybody up.
to be determined.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well,
Thanks,
we'll find
guys.
it.
All right, let's have a good night, huh?
Let's get it.
Awesome.